Well, we're moving on up to the east side, to a deluxe apartment in the sky. Moving on up to the east side. We finally got a piece of the pie.
Nairobi, Kenya's capital city, is the biggest in East Africa and holds most companies' headquarters here, and it is the final destination for most job seekers. But did you know that 500,000 Kenyans leave school every year, only to face the harsh reality that there are no jobs? Out of the 41 million population, only 11.4 million Kenyans have jobs.
We don't have a man representative.
It's hard for a man to give a smile. Trust a lady, she will.
I feel, it's my feeling that the Kenyan job market highly favors the women.
What a man can do, a lady can even do better.
And let women also come out of their beauty and stop looking at the beauty, but beauty of the brain.
God has really blessed us a lot. We are very appealing, and I think that one plays an advantage to us.
Only 2.1 million Kenyans work in the formal sector, and the other 9.3 million are self-employed. The youths are the most vulnerable, who accounts for 75% of the jobless population.
Some of them look quite multi-skilled and are, can work in various institutions.
That is like a hot kitchen. Go in, you don't know what is roasting you. I think it's firewood, but in the microwave, it has burned.
Is one fact. People are highly qualified for these positions.
What makes you believe you're the best candidate for this position?
Somehow I'm a democratic leader.
The Unemployment Project believes, with combined efforts, unemployment in Kenya can actually become a thing of the past. The Unemployment Project is back. This time it's bigger and better. Do you hold an undergraduate degree or higher qualification in construction management, architecture, quantity surveying, or civil structural engineering? This could be your life-changing opportunity. The 7th season of the Unemployment Project is now looking for a construction manager to be employed on a 3-year contract by a reputable commercial entity in Nairobi. If you think you've got what it takes, send us your CV to unemploymentgbs@gbskenya.com. Hello and a very warm welcome to the Unemployment Project. Now, we all know that the level of unemployment in Kenya is very high, and the most hard hit are the youths. Now, joining me in the studio is Mrs. Anne Carrier, who's an entrepreneur and also the director of Savvy Solutions Limited. But of course, I'll allow her to introduce herself to us.
Thank you very much.
Welcome.
Like you said, my name is Anne Carrier. I'm a director at Savvy Solutions. My main line is in business entrepreneurship. Yes.
Okay. And when was Savvy Solutions started, and why did you decide to start the organization?
Savvy, we started it in 2006. We are a consulting firm. So what we had in mind is to assist organizations and businesses and entrepreneurs to grow their businesses and organizations. Yes. Okay, and you also mentioned that you do assist the youths to venture into to become successful entrepreneurs. How do you go about that? One of the areas that we focus on is training. So apart from offering corporate training, we also offer entrepreneurship training. And the main group, of course, in Kenya for entrepreneurship training is the youth. So we train them in entrepreneurship. We also assist them in applying and getting funding. We assist them with business development services, mentoring, and monitoring and evaluating their businesses.
Okay. You've said you've done this from 2006.
Yes.
How has been the response out there?
I must say that it's improving. Of course, that time most youth in Kenya didn't feel like they want to be entrepreneurs. We have this mentality that after coming out of university, you want to get a white-collar job. You want to sit in one of these big offices and have a title and a nice tag on your door. But right now the response is good, because I mean, youth are beginning to understand that unless we go the entrepreneurship way, really there are not going to be enough jobs for all of us.
Okay. And our education system, the education curriculum, is not offering the entrepreneurial skills. What's your take on that at the moment?
I know the new government is working on changing the curriculum. That is something that is, I think, long overdue.
Okay.
Because the system we have that we inherited from our colonial masters had just one thing in mind: getting people into the white-collar jobs. You know, grooming.
The system we
clerks.
have is the one we had 50 years ago.
Oh yes.
Oh my God.
It hasn't changed much. I mean, something has been done, but not as it should be done.
Okay.
So, I mean, for me, I think entrepreneurship and entrepreneurial skills is something that should be introduced early enough. Talent development, even in young children, because it is out of those talents that business ideas develop. Yes.
Okay. And you also do brain development programs for children?
Yes.
Okay.
Recently, this is something we started recently, like last year. So we use the abacus, which is the accounting tool, to teach children how to do arithmetic. Addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. But there's a lot of science behind how it opens up the brain. Because our education system, what we've just talked about, targets more in developing your left hemisphere, which is concerned with analysis and logic and sequence.
Yeah.
We ignore the right hemisphere, which is actually the one that's concerned with developing your creativity. So for these young children between the ages of 4 and 14, they're the ones who can join this program. We help them to be able to have these two sides of their brain working together, yes, at the same time, and developing. So apart from them becoming intelligent, then they also develop their creativity.
Okay.
Yes.
And we do have such skills in Kenya being taught?
Right, of course, in our education system right now, no. Yeah, that is why we are trying to introduce it in a small way that we are going to grow. I mean, our vision eventually is to have like every primary school child in Kenya going through this program.
Okay.
Yes.
And let's go back to our education system. You've mentioned that this system was introduced 50 years ago. You also mentioned about when you were behind the scene, you also talked about they introduced the system because they were looking for clerks and such like people. What's your take on that? Yeah.
Our education system is a sifting. We are looking for a very